Well, good morning, beautiful. I hope that you are well rested, ready to begin your day. It's your daily insight on life and love. So wherever you're catching this in time, it might be a message for you. It's general collective. Don't force it to fit if it doesn't fit. You can always let it fall away. You can always ask questions about booking a session. You can always like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. We're going to kick this off. I want to kick this off. You know that you don't need anything. You don't need any help. You don't need this. You don't need that. You don't need so many things. Something has been growing right now. Something has been coming into fruition. It's a seed that you had planted long ago. But now, as this is growing, it seems like we're being faced with some sort of, feels like a lack of judgment. We are being blind to what we want. Karmic lesson even is being put here. What's going on with this? You have the freedom and choice to do what you want. This has been growing, and now it's like, are you going to fulfill this? Are you going to follow suit with what you have put out? What is this in regard to? Spirit, what's this in regard to? What does the collective need to know? Wow, lots of night energy, incoming messages. Justice. You, knock it off. Are you kidding me? What is with you and imposter syndrome with this one? Too much of a good thing, suddenly it's all garbage? No, knock it off. Okay, you have all these opportunities that are heading your way. Whether it's love, whether it's career, whether it's a life opportunity, I want you to jump on it. It's being put in front of you. You're like, it's like you're numbing yourself out to how you're supposed to feel about this. Knock it off. This is supposed to ignite your passion. So I want to look at why this is suddenly making you feel like you don't want it. It's not desirable for you. I get changing your mind is a thing. However, this isn't that. This is something very different. It's the resistance. I can almost guarantee it. The resistance is once you start seeing the headway in your life, it's scary. It's out of the comfort zone. So you're like, oh no, I got to get back to where I need to be. No, I got it. You know, we've all been there at some point, but knock it off. Because look. So this is clarifying the High Priestess in reverse. It's exactly what it is too. It's unorthodox, I get it, what you're feeling, what this situation is, and this is something where it's going to be stressful for you. I'm seeing the resistance is the fear of the stress of this. And it's also the fear of what changes it can bring. Don't you understand that the future is something that you're not experiencing? You're only experiencing this moment with it. So I know that you're afraid of what this could bring if I went this way. However, if you went the other way, you still don't know what that could bring. So why is this so scary and this is not so scary? I want you to picture exactly what direction you're heading in 5 years. What does that look like? If you're doing the same thing 5 years down the line and you had that taste of some sort of potential and you're like, poo, 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 and you backtrack out of it. No. So look, the changes that you are making in your life are necessary. Now, some of you are doing a lot of new contracts. Some of you are moving. Some of you are taking new job opportunities. Take the opportunity for new. Where are you feeling this anxiety? Is it in your chest? Is it in the upper region of your body? Or is this in your abdomen? Where are you feeling it? I really want you to communicate with your body, with your subconscious, and why that's going into your body. Why does this feel that way? So, okay. I was talking with one of my mentors the other day, and he used this particular deck on me. So me being me, I had to get it. I just got this in today. Haven't even taken off the plastic casing of the cards. Here we go. What we're going to do, we're gonna see what we are working with right now with this. So we're only gonna get one card, not two, not three, we're gonna do one. And you, watching this, are gonna be the first person I'm using this with. That's pretty exciting. God, these cards are so stiff and huge. All right, out with it, Spirit. What does the collective need to know? From the Crystal Mandela Oracle, from Alana Fairchild. One card, one. Not two or three, I really just want one. If I don't get in the next 10 seconds, I'm gonna just take the top. Come on. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hang on, I'm just gonna take this one. Oh. Are you ready for this? We have the goddess Kali in the black obsidian, sacred revolution. I love this. So, let's see, 38, nope, it's card 46. Yeah, I've never used this before. I actually have Goddess Kali over here. So we bring you the empowerment and of sacred revolution. Revolution comes when a cycle of authority or power is ending. It has become inadequate for the task of the leadership now required, and a new order must be established in its place. It is not simply a new chapter within a book drawing to a close, but an entire new book. I need to meet this woman. I say that all the time. It's not even a new chapter. It's a new book in a new library in an entire new city. Okay, back to the reading. Okay. Perhaps an entirely new genre opening up according to divine will unfolding. In such cases, subtle change is not going to cut it. You need a radical action to bring about the new order. That new order may be in your world or your own being. When the revolution is sacred, the new order will bring that which allows you to become more yourself to successfully attain your spiritual goals. Kali is a goddess not known for her subtlety. In the spiritual tradition from which she originates, she is called on in times of war when the demon seems to be getting the upper hand. That's your fear winning in this, or feeling like your fear is going to win. She is the only warrior determined and vicious enough to destroy the destroyers. She is unstoppable, except for when divine consciousness tell her the job is done. Her appearance marks a time of sacred revolution that can not be stopped until it's come to successful completion. The nature of revolution is the overthrowing of an existing hierarchy of control to replace with a new one. Usually there is a philosophical and political purpose behind this process, and that often involves forcibly overcoming an exploitive abuse of power by those in position of authority. However, revolution without a sacred component to it won't necessarily result in the transformation of healing. There may be change. Different political parties would come into power, for example, but often enough, it will be a case of the same problems with a different perpetrator. What sets aside the revolution as sacred is when it comes at a time when genuine transformation rather than superficial change is possible. When change takes courage. We have to be willing to let go of what we have known and bear uncertainty, whilst we explore new possibilities and eventually evolve into a new way of being. Even with that willingness, there are times when a pattern of the past has become so lodged in the psyche that gentle evolution is not possible. Could you imagine what it's like to be a person screaming in unnecessary panic? You may try to talk to them in soothing tones, but they are about to jump into a car and drive away, putting themselves and others at mortal danger. Then a sharp slap might be in order to snap them out of hysteria and into the present moment. It is extreme, but it is helpful and necessary. Our inner world, the hysteria and panic, might relate to letting go of a relationship we believe is our life raft, when in truth, if we keep holding on to it, it's going to pull us right over to the edge of a cliff and down, hold on. It's going to pull us right over the edge of a cliff, down a life-ending waterfall. Or perhaps it's a way of relating the power base in fear rather than in loving empowerment. No matter how hard we try, we can't just seem to give up our attachments to feeling in control. When we are so attached to the life that we have known, we aren't willing to fly free from the nest, stretching out our wings and discovering our destiny. Where gentler methods aren't effective and divine timing requires change to happen now, sacred revolution is invoked. Kali may stomp change into your life and kick you out of the nest so that you realize that you can fly. She may rip up the life raft she might rip the life raft out of your hands, causing you to splutter. What? How is that even a thing? Causing you to sputterfly. She may Why am I doing this? I'm having a hard time reading for the moment. Can you bear with me a second? See, if you're new to the channel, sometimes I trip and fall and fumble over words, and it's part of everything. Okay. Causing you to sputter temporarily until you can stand up and realize that you can just walk safely out of the raging river. Or she may knock the control freak dominating your mind on the head and set up her own temporary divine dictatorship where she simply repeats, love yourself and let go, until you just do that. When the oracle of the sacred revolution comes to you, you can be sure that you and your life are going to change. It might feel as though your hand is forced, or if you are choosing to go through the process, that it is wild and out of your control. It will be. But that doesn't make it an unloving or unsafe. When the revolution is sacred, it is divine love realigning your life. And although there may be chaos, you can be sure that a new order will eventually be imposed and will be worth it. Viva la revolution. I love this so much. I really do. This is such a cool way to kick off using this deck. Remember the sacred revolution. It's going to get wild. Your head's going to spin. It's all divine, and it does have an end point. Your life is going to change. It's going to be scary. It's going to be for the better. Trust the process. As much as it tests your faith, you are going in a very unconventional way onto a new path. You can't hold on to what is familiar. It's not going to suit you. Okay, my love, let's do this. All right, Spirit, after that amazing message, what does the person watching this need to know? What do you need to know? Where is this going to go for you? All right, let's do this. I'm so stupid excited. You got the Queen of Pentacles, Princess of Cups, a lot of divine feminine energy. Please practice compassion with yourself in this uncertainty. You didn't make a dumb move. You didn't screw anything up. You got to stop being so hard on yourself. You wouldn't talk to somebody that you love and care about that way. Even if it was tough love, don't talk to yourself that way. Okay. This, by the way, the cards that I'm using now are the Tarot Illuminati. Come on out with it. You know what? I'm just going to end up using all of them. I also want, no, not that one. Yeah, that one. The Wheel, the Princess of Swords, and the Six of Swords. it seems like now you are just learning how to use this new voice that you are finding, and it seems very intimidating. And I know that this is causing you to waver in your belief or your faith of you, the situation, and all of this spiritual awakening and enlightenment that you have been seeing and witnessing firsthand. This is going full force, nonstop. There's, I keep seeing that part of the Om, the endings. This is Osiris, Ra, and Isis. It is the Holy Trinity and union in yourself. I really think that you are of sound mind. And now it's time for you to start asserting the changes, because there's going to be a lot of challenges as you are doing it that's going to attempt to get you to break your word and attempt to get you to get back to what somebody else's comfort zone is. And that is more of like a box for you. There is no more comfort zone. There's no more box to be had. Kali, being the incredibly fierce boss energy that they are, ripped it up. And I think that Kali is a feminine goddess. If I'm not mistaken, that's my understanding. But she's not putting up with anybody's crap. She will put everybody through everything in order to destroy what's at the epicenter of this entire thing, because it has been a tyrant on more than one energy in this. There's something about you that is worthwhile in fighting in this. Spirit sees it. I see it. It's time that you actually see it and believe in it with yourself. So what about you is so worthy of this? What do you need to hear? Because it feels like, yes, you are one of 8 billion people on the planet. What makes you so special? Well, the fact that you exist. That's right, I said it. And the thing is, I mean it. Thug life. All right, you. So why? I want to use 2 decks of this. Wow. Okay. All right, you. Knock it off. It's time to go. Own your part in this situation. Own your procrastination, own your fear, voice it, because it hasn't been isolated to one particular, side. You're in the transition phase. Honesty and integrity, or the ability to be integrity in this, is going to be the best foot forward. It's going to open up more doors a lot more swiftly. It's really you and going with the flow in this. So I guess the important keyword of that is stop resisting. All right, so what about you is so special? What about you is absolutely divine, so that this is all necessary to be such a change in your world? Again, I already see it. The Advocate. And I want this one too. What I like is, and what it's talking about is your light. Now, I know that this has been something that has seemingly dimmed through time, and I know that you've been so empathetic that you've taken on other people's life and desires and drives and perspective, points of view, all of that, because you are so empathetic. But the thing is, you being the light that you are and the helper that you are, and somebody who's working to bring light into the world, there's a lot of trickster energy that saw that and wanted to use it to their advantage to get more of their, I guess it's called low vibe energy, and the instant gratification solely for their own self. This wasn't about expansion for them. This was about them being indulgent. Now this, it seems like it is either a person or a cluster of people in your life. I think it is a repetitive pattern, but it's also something that you don't have to continue. Now, these people might not be conscious of it. This has been some sort of programming that they have been accustomed to that I really don't see them necessarily breaking out of. But you have to see the common pattern in all of these people in dynamic relationships in your life. Again, this does not have to be romantic. And in a lot of cases, this won't be romantic. This can be some sort of hierarchy in like a business situation, a family situation, you know, your whatever the situation is. There's a hierarchy that needs to be dismantled. You're the person to do it. And this is going beyond that. This is one of the steps. Then it's what's outside of it. It's the continuation. So we're breaking all of that right now. And this, you being the light in the world, was taken advantage of, manipulated. Downplayed. The thing is, you are a natural worker and you are a natural networker. And you bring so much beauty into the world. You are a leader and you are incredibly, I'm looking for a good word for it. Another thing, yeah, I always lose my words in this. Okay, so what about you was so good? You are such an ascending person. What you connect to automatically starts to go up with you. But the thing is, it also has to be in its light body or else it's going to be weighing you down. So the imposter syndrome is telling you that you are a deceitful liar and taking advantage of people. You are an incredible light worker, an ascending light worker, and what you touch does turn to gold. So be careful what you touch, because sometimes it's just going to be dead weight. And that's not something that you want to be part of with you. So if you follow all of this advice, what do you have to look forward to? We're going to close this reading off with the Butterfly Oracle because I'm being pulled to it. What are you going to do? Okay, let's see. Butterfly Oracle, what's going to be the result? Family changes, new career, your whole life is going through an overhaul, baby. Oh my God. Please trust the process. This, oh my goodness, is awesome. Please have courage. You're healing from your past. You have the correct motivation. Your heart is in alignment. And then we have, you are stepping into your light body. So there's a lot of forgiveness. And I think that that is either you dragging your feet or whatever the hurt that's been caused along the way with this. And let's see. Rest now, because there's a lot of changes that are going to take a lot of your energy. And let's see, what's this? You got to see the world through possibility again and not just see it as cold and heartless, because I feel like that has been cast over your eyes, which has been at odds with the growth that you've been doing. The shell's broken. You are coming to life. But rest while you can, because this is going to take off incredibly soon. Like probably within days of you watching this, I feel. So your individual storyline, again, will always be more, ooh, forgot about this. It's just part of your dynamic change that you're going through. Your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in-depth, and intense. So if you have questions about booking a session, go ahead and reach out in the email address or on any social platform and DM me. I'm excited for whatever your path is bringing you. It's a completely different life, way of living for you. It's going to take off really fast. Trust the process. So until next time, stay safe, have fun, and know that you are greatly loved and appreciated. I'll talk to you soon. If you're catching this, this might be a spirit message for you. Just listen with an open heart and an open mind. We're going to see what comes out. We're using Rider-Waite. Don't worry. Don't be afraid of the card that comes out or how it lays. It's how the story comes together as a whole. So right now it looks like something is, yeah, it feels kind of like rejection, but please stay away from the negativity of the situation. There's a massive change that is going on. We have two cards here that have that feeling of having to move on, having to feel rejected, but I'm really seeing this as you need to stay away from the negativity of whatever the situation is. Don't get too involved. Don't ruffle your feathers over it. There's one more card that I feel needs to come out. You're getting put into alignment with something much more certain for yourself, much more green, much more fruitful. This is going to turn into something great. So I hope that that made sense. If you're catching this, this could be spirit message for you. We're going to be using the Wisdom of the Oracle from Colette Baron Reed, and we're going to see what comes out. So Poised is up. We have Message in a Bottle up. Let's get a third one. So, all right. You need to ask for help in getting through whatever this message is for you. You already put out that you're ready for this next chapter of your life. And now you've been getting messages about what to do about it. Even if it seems uncomfortable, it's going to be fate. Fate, even in its upsetting conditions or stressful conditions, is always going to lead you to where you are meant to go. It's the polarity that you need in the situation. You need that sense of opposition. So this is saying, I get that you're nervous, I get that you're afraid. However, you got to connect to source and spirit and yourself in this. Communicate the threefold right there. And trust your gut and follow the signs with this. Follow your instinct. You got this. If you're catching this, this could be spirit message for you. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. Don't be afraid of the cards that come out or how they lay. It's how the story comes together as a whole. Right now we have come to the edge. All right, it's time for you to step up to the plate. You are being pulled somewhere. You're not an island. This is actually very serendipitous. You're not repeating patterns in your life. Can you understand that you are on a higher level of perception and perspective with this? A lot of serendipitous events, a lot of very fated meetings. Yes, it's all in alignment for you. So right now, it's time for you to start making space in your life, which means what do you got to let go of? What do you have to move on from? What chapter are you closing in your life? It's time to simplify and let things come to an end so that you can step into this new chapter, or even this new book completely, fully. And look, it's not going to be a repetitive pattern. This is completely new. All right, if you're catching this, this could be spirit message for you. We're going to use the Butterfly Oracle, and we have Be True to You. All right, stop putting yourself off. You have undoubtedly changed. Something in your current scenario has changed. You have to honor where you are in this. Despite the circumstances, you are leaving something. You are moving on from something. You are leaving something behind. Then we have self-employment, and these fell out from another deck. So you have your choice, but it looks like you are coming into some sort of a great celebration of your life. Now, this can be some sort of union, some sort of reconnection, or some sort of actual connection. This is also about making a definitive choice on what is going to make you happy in this life. You have to leave something in order to get something else. Leave something behind in order to achieve something more. It is the law of, not transmutation, the law of compensation. All right, fellow love fools, hold somebody near and dear in your heart, in your mind, whether or not you've met this person or you're trying to call in the love of your life. I want you to think about them, hold them in the moment. We're going to see what Spirit wants you to know about this particular person. So what do you need to know about the person who's on your mind right now? The love that you are either drawing in or somebody who's in your life currently. What do you need to know? Come on out with it. Okay. Thank God. A few cards came out. Embrace your emotions. Be authentic. Take a chance on love. What does love look like to you? What does love make you feel? How do you feel when somebody says the word love? And then this card just fell. You have to make a definitive choice on what's going to make you happy and follow that. This came out in another reading too.